Accessibility is a vast topic that I'm only going to treat briefly here. It's particularly relevant to those producing websites for the federal government, but accessibility is a best practice for all graphic artists, no matter who their client is, since users with disabilities could be a significant part of your audience. Accessibility means the ability for those with disabilities, particularly sight impairment, to be able to navigate and consume the information on websites. Section 508 of the Rehabilitation Act, which came out in 1998, requires all electronic and information technology developed, procured, maintained, or used by the federal government to be accessible to people with disabilities. This has huge implications for those creating websites for the federal government. Imagine designing a website for blind users. Blind users do have screen reader software that reads aloud text on the screen. But what happens when the screen reader encounters an image? This is the kind of design challenge we're talking about here. Accessibility guidelines abound. This includes such things as color contrast between text and background to increase readability, text equivalents that explain what is going on in images, videos, and audio, and labels and instructions for all inputs and forms. Probably the most important example of what you should do to make your web designs accessible is to use the alt attribute for images. This is an example of what you can embed into the HTML code on a web page to display a file called mallard1.jpg. To make it accessible, you add the alt tag. Alt stands for alternative, that describes the image as mallard duck. The screen reader for the blind will read this aloud to the user. Nowadays, it is a standard practice to add alt tags for all images, and AI has automated this to a significant degree. Here's a skills application challenge. Open the graphics program you most commonly use and find out how you would create and attach an alt tag to a graphic. Then unpause the video to go to the next slide.